Sergio Ramos has made so many mature fathers, husbands, brothers, sons just weep uncontrollably, and just he has brought the sad, and that's his legacy, honestly. All right, what is going on, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Did I Mention? I am Aaron West. I am here with the homie Tosin McKinley. How you doing, my boy?
I'm good, fam. Feels like I haven't spoken to you in like years. So how's everything?
I know, it's crazy. Welcome back. It's good to be on stream again together. Today we are talking Sergio Ramos. The news dropped today, maybe yesterday when you're seeing this, but he is leaving Real Madrid after 16 years. He got there in 2005. He's just announced that he's leaving at the end of his contract. We don't know where he's going. It's just the end of an era. First thoughts, Tosin, on just him leaving, him calling it quits.
It was about time. I mean, everyone kind of knew like it was happening, but it still doesn't feel real because it's just like it's Sergio Ramos. It's like I know it's gonna be a super hot take, and I don't really care anymore. I think he's up there with Di Stefano. I feel like he is like Mr. Madrid at this point. Like, you know who he is. He's probably the best defender they've ever had, and he's just Mr. Consistent for them, and he's been there for forever. And I really feel like, dang, like he's really going. So we'll see.
It's wild because he's been there for so long. It was Cristiano and Sergio. It was like big names and Sergio. He's just always kind of like, we saw him really grow up at Real Madrid. Like, he was, I think, 19 years old when he got there from Sevilla. Really like an energetic, like fullback, like kind of, he wasn't really like the center back we really knew. He was kind of a hybrid defender. He really like, he's always loved to score goals, always loved to attack, but like we saw him become like a real man at Real Madrid, and he just kind of embodied that, like that Real Madrid swagger, the like never say ever say die, especially in Champions League, like the last minute goals. Sergio Ramos, it's like when you think of big game player, it's like a picture of Sergio Ramos. Like, it's probably, he is the guy you think of.
His origin story, like where he became the villain, was when Ronaldinho like embarrassed him for like those years. It was like, I was like up until like 2010, 2011. He was like, I'm sick of this. I'm not doing this no more. Like,
he moved away from the wing. He was like, I'm not going one-on-one with these dudes anymore. I'm gonna sit in the center. I'm gonna get some protection around me. I'm gonna do what I do. And that's the thing with Ramos, is like, when you look, I think when we look back at his legacy, obviously he's not retiring yet, but when we look back at his legacy as a player, he was never the best one-on-one defender. He was never the best, like, out and out defender as a center back. But when you look at all-time center backs, there's not too many you're going to put above Sergio Ramos when it comes to just pure popping up at the most important moments. His leadership was always him. When Real Madrid go down a goal, you would always see him like gathering the defenders, gathering his midfield, gathering the team together to get them back into the game. He was always the backbone of that team. And who is the leader now at Real Madrid? Like, who is that guy? Is it Karim Benzema? I mean, like, he's got the biggest personality in the team, obviously, but who is the guy that steps up? Who is their captain now, honestly? Is it going to be Varane? Cruz, Varane, Modric? Yeah. And I mean, even with Varane, like we've heard rumors he might be leaving, but like when I look at that Madrid team, it was always like, it's Sergio Ramos is the like bona fide, cut and dry leader. We know that. But now, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know either. Like, I just know that he's gone. And that's really, like, the only thing that I know. He's out.
I think I got smudged on my camera. Get it. There we go. Okay, so who do we think is going – do we think they'll bring in anyone to replace Sergio Ramos? We already know that they've got some young players that they brought in. Eder Militao a couple years ago. Probably expect him to step up. We still got Nacho alongside Varane. That's assuming that Varane stays. Who do you think? Do they sign someone like a Jules Koundé from Sevilla?
Yeah,
like,
it's probably like Koundé or Pau Torres, one of those guys. Knowing them, they need another Spanish guy. So they're probably not getting Pau Torres, who's like, supposed to be the next guy.
That's actually a really, really good shout.
And he's left-footed too, so that also helps. So probably gonna be Pau Torres, just coming off of this is gonna hurt to say, a United losing to Villarreal. So he's probably gonna go to Madrid, but we'll see. I mean, Flo Perez is always just up to no good, so Who knows what that guy? He probably like has a chamber where he's gonna bring out Herrera from, like a hyper. One of those old chambers. He's like, we're gonna figure out that he knows how to reclone players. We're gonna get Herrera back. Like, what is happening here?
Like, when did they get a 22-year-old Fernando Hierro? Like, how did this happen? Where did they pop this man out of? All right, so let's talk about Ramos himself specifically. Where do you think he ends up? Like, he has basically the choice.
I give you.
You got 3 on your list.
PSG.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Italy, like Juve or something like
Juventus.
that. Yeah,
Juventus is a shout. Yeah,
Juventus love themselves a good old.
They love an old free signing.
The third one is gonna be United. I can really see him going to Man United. Like, I can generally see Man United doing something where like they get Sergio Ramos and they keep him for a year and a half. And yeah, he's not the most, he's still injury prone, but he's still Sergio Ramos. Like, yeah, he's, injury and all of that. He's still an adult. So I feel like United gets Sergio Ramos and they finally get a defensive midfielder that like we've been looking for since I was a senior in high school. So yeah. So that's where I think he's going to go, is United or PSG.
For me, I think PSG seems like the number one destination. It like represents the best possible lifestyle, chance at winning Champions League trophies, money, and like they can afford them. Like that, like he kind of ticks all the boxes. Like they've got the superstars there. They've got the like kind of ready-made like, yeah, we just need 1 or 2 pieces ostensibly like to win. And like I would think that Sergio Ramos is the type of player who believes that he can, anywhere he goes, he will help them win. And I think that would be like for any player. I think it's like helping PSG to the Champions League, to their first Champions League, as young as the club as they are, becoming a legend there. I think, and it's in Paris. Like, come on, like it just seems like the most obvious. I could see him going to United for sure. Who was the third one you said?
Juventus.
Oh, Juve, yeah. Juve definitely is on the table, I think. I think for their sake, it's probably a bad decision because they already have too many older players who are injury prone. But like, what do we think he has? Obviously, it goes without saying. He's what, 35, 36 years old. He is not the Sergio Ramos of old. Like he has lost the step. He is not quite as explosive. We know that, but he's still, in my belief, when he's healthy, a world-class defender. But the thing is, how healthy is he going to be? For how long is he going to be healthy? Do we think he can play a whole season, or is he going to come into a situation where he's like the third center back in a pairing, where he plays 20 to 30 games, they bring him in for the most important matches? That's kind of my view. Like, I don't think you can count on Sergio Ramos to be your like out and out starting center back for 50, 60 games. Like that it feels foolish to me. But when you need a big game player, a leader, someone who knows how to damn win a lot of trophies, four La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues, 5 La Liga titles, that's a lot. That's a good there's a good amount of silverware. I think that's his role. I think it would be honestly like really, really stupid if any team expected him to be like their starting center back day in and day out. So that what you're getting at this point. For me, like it just seems like as soon as it was announced Sergio Ramos is leaving, I was like, okay, so he signs for PSG tomorrow? It seems like it makes so much sense that he's going to PSG. Like, come on. Lasting memory of Ramos at Madrid. It's gotta be. Listen, we've talked about this on Did I Mention before. I don't know dates. I don't ever remember dates. It was the header, the Champions League final header. Yes. That sent it to extra time, and then Bale won it in extra time. Yes. That and him ruining Mo Salah's life. That also is a memory. Just him being a bully. Like, that is like my like lasting memory. It's not necessarily a specific moment, and it's him being a bully in the best possible way. It's like every opposition fan hates Ramos because he has made them cry. Like, and if you're a Real Madrid fan, there's nothing more you could ask for his legacy. It's like he has made so many grown men cry with late goals Late interventions. Honestly, like it's crazy because he's a center back, but his legacy is big goals and like big moments. He scored over 100 goals in 600 plus games. Like it's just making grown men cry. That's what it is. Sergio Ramos has made so many mature fathers, husbands, brothers, sons just weep uncontrollably, and just he has brought the sad, and that's his legacy, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, my legacy is the same thing. He's a bully. Like I said, like his origin story starts with Ronaldinho bullying him, and then he became the bully. And at the end of the day, I think the funniest thing in this world is you see the center back coming, from defense, and he's scoring penalties, and it's just like, what do you do about that? Like, that's just who he is. He's just Sergio Ramos, the adult. He's literally won everything: 4 Champions Leagues, 5 La Ligas, a World Cup, 2 Euros. He's cemented as like probably one of the greatest center backs, top 5 of all time. Like, he's just up there. So this really is just greatness. This really is just great. So
yeah, that's really all there is to say. Like, he's been great. Like, when I first saw Sergio Ramos play for Sevilla, I was like, okay, this dude has a lot of potential. Did I see him becoming one of possibly the world's greatest center back of all time? No, I didn't. I saw a lot of potential. I saw a dude with a high motor, like, who could play his ass off. But it's what's in between his ears. Like, his mentality is unmatched. Like, the desire, the drive he has to win, to inspire others around him to win, to keep their levels, to keep a level that high for that long is insane. And he deserves to have his roses. When he retires, he'll be a FIFA icon. Everybody will want him in their team. What did Lil Baby say? Like, call me a baby kid. I'm a miniature goat, something like that. I don't know. That was possibly the worst quote of all time. We ended like that.
To quickly end it off, what does he rank as a Madrid legend? I think he is probably one.
My wig got snatched. It was such a bad quote.
Sergio Ramos might honestly be top 3, if not top 1 Real Madrid legend of all time. Like, he literally is up there with Di Stefano. Like, he
legitimately. Who else is on? Like, there, Raul Gonzalez, like Alfredo Di Stefano, Cristiano, but they like ran him out of town. So
it's Di Stefano and Ramos. Like, I'm sorry, like that's just it. And if you don't, that's just it.
That's what we got to do it there. And what we have to do, we cannot forget. We want you guys to like. We want you to comment and subscribe. Thank you for doing that in advance. Yo, it's good to be back with you, my boy. Like, it's been so long. I missed it.
Yes, we missed it a lot. Yes.
We'll catch y'all next time, though. Thank you for watching, as always.